So yeah, I saw this range, Nutini, in Poundland. They've got a lot of items in it, all various chocolate products, and they look like they're versions of another famous product, a dupe. Poundland used to do that so much. They used to be so well known for it, but this is just me. I haven't seen that so much so recently. But in my local Poundland, I've got a whole end of aisle section of this Nutini range. I've picked a selection here. There were a few other items as well, all at £1 each. So they'll all be better value on average than the thing that they're taking off, if they're good quality. And let's see, because it can be hit and miss with Poundland. The Twin Peaks bar, for example, is a great version of Toblerone. Big fan of that. But other chocolate I found a bit hit and miss. So these, I mean, these are clearly a Kinder Surprise type deal here. So they're called Chocolino, and you get 3. So you'll get a toy inside. By the front of the picture, looks like you might get a mermaid or another person. So we'll see. Well, we'll look at the 3 toys in each, and of course try the chocolate. So let's find out how to get into this. It says what's inside. That colouring is pretty much Kinder style. Obviously the white box is very Kinder. I do like Kinder chocolate, so I'll be able to see if it's going to be as nice or not. But yeah, 3 for £1. I don't know how much exactly what 3 Kinder eggs would cost you, but I'm pretty sure it'd be more than £1. Probably about £1 each, to be honest. So are these going to be the ones where it's like half and half a smooth dip and half chocolate or half biscuit or something? They do all different types. So it's not going to be like an actual full thin egg like those kind of Kinder Surprise. I'm guessing that, by the way, the shape of the packet. Oh, although I've just realised one side's probably just got the toy in it. Oh yes, it's one of these with a spoon, them type things. So this toy, no, this is a milk and white chocolate mix with balls of some description. That's a spoon to eat the toy with, I mean to eat the chocolate with. Here's the toy. So I have got, really good question, what have I got? So yeah, they do seem to be mermaid themed. As far as I could see, all the boxes had the same design on the front. So I don't know if there's other toys you can get. Oh, but this is going to be very hard to open. So here we go. They really shrink back that tight. So you're going to need scissors or something. And basically it's a figure to put together. It looks fairly simple. It's quite sort of that sort of thin plastic quality. Maybe a bit like the older Kinder, though I think they may have been slightly higher quality. There is a sticker, but we'll put it together and we'll see what they look like. So there's mermaid. Let's get all the toys out. So the second one, this is not one to put together. Well, I mean, that is actually really cute. It's like it's a little bear with a red bow tie, and it's a ring. So no assembly required for that one. It probably won't even fit on my little finger, well, part of it, but yeah, very cute actually. It feels like it's quite nicely made. And then the last one, and this is just me, they're very hard to undo. We have another ring, and this one is a sort of a seashell type ring. Again, feels quite nice. I think the rings are made of slightly better quality than what you put together, but it's not bad, you know, for what it is. Right, now we'll fit those together. We've got our spoon, or whatever this thing actually counts as. Let's actually see what this chocolate tastes like. Oh, this one's only got 2 balls in. They have different amounts of balls in. That's so random. It's really hard to use this spoon thing. Oh, it's not too bad actually. So the ball seems to be filled with wafer. It's a wafer ball. I was wondering if it's going to be like a Malteser style ball, but no, it's more like wafer. Yeah, And the milk chocolate, I mean, the chocolate doesn't taste terrible. It has a pleasant enough taste. It's certainly not amazing chocolate, but I've had worse. But yeah, it is not it's not terrible. It's not great for £1 and for the little toy. That is definitely not bad for value. A nice little pocket money surprise toy type thing. Now we've got these, which are clearly a version on peanut M&Ms. Now, I love peanut M&Ms. There's 170 grams here for £1, which is considerably cheaper than I believe peanut M&Ms would be. I haven't had them for a while. I do like them, so let's see if these are good. See, for me, they are, do they really taste more like? The coating tastes like a Smarties coating, and then the peanut inside is a peanut. And the peanut tastes nice. It's like a roasted peanut, something like that. And it tastes like it's got a Smartie coating. They're not as nice, in my opinion, as peanut M&Ms. Just something about them that I think is nicer. But yeah, they taste like if Smarties had peanuts in them, and that's not a terrible thing. I don't think the chocolate isn't great. This is a chocolate range, and so far I think the chocolate might be the thing that's letting them down. But they are not bad. I would buy them again for £1. Definitely cheap alternative to M&Ms. So these are what's it called? Chocolino twins. They're like Buena, that's what it's called, yeah. They're like those. They look like they've got some kind of nuts in. I think all of these have nuts in, hence the squirrel mascot, although I will say that the coconut one over there, technically coconuts are of course not nuts, and all that, but we'll let them off. Actually, don't know if this has nuts in, unless they've put nuts into the mixture maybe. Right, let's see what this is like. I do like a Buena, so I wonder if this is just much up. I'm not getting a lot of nuts in it, a little bit of the hazelnut. It is pleasant. It's got wafers in it, and I'm a big fan of wafering chocolates. I really like wafery chocolate type concoctions, so it's nice. It's nice. Again, I would buy it, but I could be more tempted by rivals. But it's not bad. Now, again, they've really gone for the Kinder style bars. This is very much like one of the mini Kinder bars. Now, again, really like them. Oh, they're even smaller, I think, than their normal ones. But you do get 8, so for £1, that's still good. Let's see how they taste. They're tiny. Really good size, actually, for kids. Maybe what these are marketed for. It's nice. You do get the taste of that Kinder bar, that sort of creaminess and the filling and the milk chocolate, but it's slightly different. And again, I would say not quite as good. The chocolate tastes quite nice, and the filling is quite nice. Again, wouldn't say no to them, but I would be tempted by their rivals. Let's try the not nut coconut fun size. So what are these a riffed on? They are Bounty, aren't they? They're inspired by Bounty. It's like if you could have a mini Bounty. I don't know if they do mini Bounties. Oh, well, they do in the celebrations, so, but this is not quite that mini, slightly bigger. So, the texture, the coconut inside seems a bit rougher than a Bounty. They taste nice, they're fine, but they're not as nice as a Bounty. I think because the Bounty has, the chocolate on the Bounty has a really nice kind of taste. It's lacking, and so far the chocolate on all of these is lacking a bit. I could describe these items as being like their counterparts, but without the soul. It's the best way I can think to find them. It's like you eat and you're like, you can't help but compare it to a thing they've taken off. And sometimes with these dupes, it's favourably, but not quite here. They're just falling a bit below, taking into account that they're considerably more reasonable. But you might think, I'd just rather have the actual thing. So lastly, Nutty Bar. This is of course clearly a Snickers. So can it deliver on the last one? That's a fair size, because Snickers no doubt shrunk a lot over the years. I like a big Snickers, or aka Marathon, you may remember it as. Yeah, I've always thought Snickers is a nice bar, the mix of caramel, nuts and chocolate, winning combination. Let's see if this is good. Can it deliver on the last one? I would say that's the best out of all of them. The nuts have a nice taste. Don't feel like there was loads of caramel in there. Maybe could have done with a bit more caramel. Seems to be less than what the picture suggests. The chocolate works well with the nuts and caramel. Not nearly as good as the Snickers, but not bad. I would definitely, out of all of them, I think these are the ones I'd probably buy again. But overall, yeah, they all fall short, I would say, of what they're taking off. They offer good value for how much you get, but you might not enjoy them so much, so then you could argue not as good value. And what I will say is, if you're trying to save money on your chocolate, understandably, places like B&M and Home Bargains, they're full of good prices on the big brands, and that may end up being better value than these, which don't taste great. They're not terrible. They're really, none of them are terrible, but they all feel like they're missing something. They're just not got quite enough taste. I think the chocolate's not enough quality, and some of the filling wasn't the best. The toys were good for what they were, and for the price point. I definitely think they're a good little thing. But yeah, again, it is that typical, not quite as good quality chocolate that you sometimes get in the dupes. Aldi and Lidl sometimes manage to surpass the original, but Poundland haven't quite managed it this time around.